tell you this week? Not a lot, as usual. I feel really bad sometimes doing these because I sort of sit here and I lubber onto the camera and don't really say a right lot. I did get to have a look at the artwork for Reawakening last night, and that's coming along really, really nicely. Darker is getting closer. I think we're about 17 weeks away now. I'm getting really excited. I've just been working on a new banner because I think I've touched on this before, that I made a rookie mistake. I got this banner made, it was wonderful, and what I didn't think about was the fact I put on like sort of a couple of my book covers, and they're sort of like in the past for when this is, you know, they aren't the main thing anymore. So I've worked on a new banner that is more about me and my genre and where I'm going, and yeah, hopefully it will be one that will last a bit longer and I'll get a bit more use out of. The other one, of course, when I get an office, will look fabulous on my wall, so that's not a complete loss. What else? I sit here and I have ideas about what to talk about, and then it all goes pear-shaped. So I'm filming this on Wednesday, you're watching it on Friday. So, there will have been an election in the meantime. I'm really, really upset yet again at how nasty politics has become between friends. I think there's a reason that they say at a dinner table you should never talk politics or religion. And it is so divisive. I mean, I have a set thing where I will not discuss what I vote. Period. I find it highly amusing that when you say that to people, they then jump to assumptions about what they think you voted. But I just don't think. I think things like that are a matter between you and your conscience. Yes, you should talk to people in a general basis to get all the information and make an informed decision. But what I don't think is that I've had so many friends that are falling out because they don't agree with why somebody's voting a certain way, or they just see that they're voting a certain way and making an assumption. There is a blogger out there that he's a lovely guy, that's a Facebook friend, and he put up that he's voting Conservative, and his reason for doing this has nothing to do with the general election and everything to do with who his local MP choices are. And I think sometimes we forget things like that because we're also busy looking at the big picture, that we don't stop and think about, hang on a minute, is there another reason for why somebody might do something different to what we might do or we might not do in certain circumstances. And I think that's what upsets me, is that the number of people that are jumping to assumptions and attacking people without stopping to ask questions first if they really need to ask them at all. You know, sometimes I think we just need to assume that while we might not agree with everybody's choices, that maybe people have their own reasons for why they might vote something or not vote something or choose not to vote at all. I mean, it is sort of I have people around me that are very, very political in their views, and I understand why. I understand the issues that bother them. I really, really do. And they're the same issues that should bother any normal person. But, and this is the but, they don't stop to make any allowances for anyone else. I think that we've, every opinions are like a certain orifice. Everyone's got one, and it's become that thing of almost like people feeling the need to have to express an opinion on everything. And sometimes you just go, you know what, that's your choice, fine, whatever. We'll see what happens on Friday morning. Of course, if you don't vote, that's a different matter, because you have no right to any opinion as far as I'm concerned if you don't vote. You can't complain afterwards that you didn't get the result you wanted. I saw something about the arguments about Brexit, where it was such a low percentage of under 30-year-olds that came out and voted, but they were the most vocal, complaining about the way the vote had gone. So yeah, you've got to vote, use it. But by this point you will have used it. I just hope that it all settles down and everything can go back to normal. There's so much there's so much hate that you can understand why people think with terror that they can divide us even further. And I think it's time to go, I think I said this last week in some ways, it's time to go back to some old-fashioned values of, if you've nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. You don't need to comment on everything, you don't need to have an opinion on everything, you don't need to disparage other people's opinions on things. You don't have to, everybody doesn't have to agree. We can all agree to disagree. But what we have to do is respect that the other person has the right to an opinion, unless it's hurting someone, in which case they don't have the right to anything. Right, I'm going to get off because I have to go to the day job, but I also have to go pick my daughter up some new shoes first. So, take care, be nice to each other, be nice to strangers if you can, and I'll speak to you all later.